Thanks very much for coming out with us today. Obviously, we've just been out on the ground. Myself, the Mayor, Deputy Mayor, local MP, Katie Nimmin, have been out to survey the damage that we couldn't see, or I couldn't see last night when I arrived. Wairoa is still in a local state of emergency. The good news is that you would see that the floodwaters are starting to recede. And the swell is starting to reside also, although you wouldn't have known that when we were out there today looking at the Rivermouth. I know that you have got lots of questions about the Rivermouth. I know that I've had lots of feedback from the community, and obviously I've had talks with the Mayor, Deputy Mayor and Council and around the issues with the Rivermouth, and that is something that we will look at and deal with. But right now we are still in response mode, and from a central government's point of view, I want to make sure that we're getting all the support that the council need. I just want to highlight again and just say that without a doubt the key to this response has been the early calling of that local state of emergency, the way that the local civil defence team stand up, and their controller who is with us here, was meant to be with us here, Juanita. Her and her team do an outstanding job, and by the way, when they stand up and do the work that they do, often they're impacted themselves with their own houses being flooded, or close family members or friends being impacted too. With that, I'm going to pass to the Mayor to make some comments as well.
Yeah. Hey, cheers for that, Mark, and obviously we really appreciate Mark being in town, as well as I've had a call from the Prime Minister, so that's for us is really big, because we know that at least we're not up by ourselves. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us. And the team, like you said, we're all affected here across, but we just do it for our community, and we'll get there.
Yeah. Sorry, a big part of our response obviously is FENZ. I want to recognise the fact they were very quick in getting swiftwater rescue teams on the ground. I met with them this morning. The urban search and rescue team is here as well to support the local community, and I'd just like to invite Warwick to come forward and say some words.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I'm just going to read off some notes. So Foreign Emergency New Zealand USAR crews alongside the Wairoa District Council, we've carried out over 400 wide area assessments in Wairoa this morning. This is a quick assessment from the street, and from there more detailed assessment of individual properties will occur. So we have specialist water capability on the ground, drone operators alongside our urban search and rescue crews and career brigades. Foreign emergency crews from across the region are supporting the local volunteer brigades with fire cover. And our thoughts are with the community, and we really want to thank our crews, especially the local volunteer crews, for all their hard work over the past day. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah. Thanks very much. I mean, I will go to questions. I am very conscious that I have Juanita here, and often the people that you don't see are the ones that are doing the hard work behind the scenes and making things happen. So during questions I will ask Juanita to come forward, and she can give you some more detailed information around the response.
Will the government provide any more support than what they already have, that 100,000?
So I've released all the support that I can right now as the Minister for Emergency Management, but I will be updating Cabinet on Monday, and I'll be taking to Cabinet a clear plan around what additional support we need to get into Hawke's Bay, Wairoa and Gisborne, certainly initially.
Given the access issues,
Seen some of the hurts and frustration the locals are feeling. What's your message to them that Wairoa will be?
Well, I think the clear message is that certainly from the local council and from central government is you're not on your own. And we are there to support them. We are there to identify what support is required, and we don't want to feel like they're on their own, because you can see the enormous emotional and human costs associated with people that have just experienced a deeply traumatic event with this flooding.
How many badly flooded homes were there in Wairoa?
So Juanita, I'll get you to step forward and.
There are 400 impacted properties. At the moment, the assessments that have been carried out, there is 116 that have been identified with moderate impact. So these assessments, as I say, are ongoing. We will know more accurate numbers this afternoon.
how many people are
At the moment, we have 22 in our evac centre. That's only reduced because a lot of impacted whānau have gone to their other whānau. And so again, we won't know the actual accurate numbers until this afternoon, because obviously those who have gone to evacuate and go to supported whānau, we don't know that registered number.
Start again, I didn't hear that with the truck there.
Yeah.
How much of the housing crisis is Wairoa in right now? How do you deal with it?
We're in a huge crisis. Look, before Cyclone Gabriel, we needed probably 150 homes to keep up with what we were, to get people into homes. So we're probably still with 70 odd over there that people can't live in. So we've got, we've just gone with the minister, looked around, and I'd say there'll be 70 homes there that people can't really live in because they're too damp at the moment, just by rough estimates. And a lot of those people that Juanita talked about who aren't in the evacuation centre are actually cleaning their homes out, pulling the carpets out, pulling the walls off. So it's just horrible. Oh, look, yeah, I think there were, because we didn't know what was going to happen there, but we still need money somehow to fix up from North Clyde as well. So,
Craig, I think Regional Council got the contractors onto the mouth of the river Tuesday midday. Is that your understanding?
that's correct, yes.
When did Wairoa Council ask them to start representing?
Yeah, so the opening of the Rivermouth isn't our lot, but on Monday I was asking them, because I was getting a lot of feedback from the community, hey, do we need to get out there? Are our communities safe? And they basically told me that they had it under control.
And that was the day before that?
Day before, yes. And I know they've been contacted by many in the community before that.
Is that frustrating?
Oh, it can be frustrating, and let's find out what's happened. But yes, if that's... don't forget, we're flooded where we've never flooded before, so... It used to be quite a quiet place here.
Yeah,
With all the sirens
right,
that
we're
went
not
off.
sure we picked the most quiet
What's your
place,
knees,
but-
guys? Get a bit scratchy.
Yeah.
That state of emergency, how long will that be in place for?
At the moment, we're gathering information today. This afternoon, I think I'll be in a position to have a conversation with the Mayor about whether we're ready to transition to recovery. I'm hoping to do that soon, but obviously I need that accurate information today to know how much further we're going to go.
Is it hard to get that information when everyone's sort of scattered and spread out to friends and family?
No, it isn't, because the right teams are on the ground gathering that information, and I've confidence that that information will come through quite quickly. Since we activated yesterday morning in the EOC with all the external agencies and support coming in, the data and information that have been coming in has been coming in hard and fast. But that is only because we've got that extra surge support that is coming from emergency services. And so, like our local emergency services, they were on the ball right when I pushed the button. I take my hat off to them. Many of them were impacted. They had water going into their properties and they were out evacuating people. I'm so impressed with our Wairoa local people, not only the EOC staff or the council staff, our community. They just stood up, and those who could help. But I'm so grateful for the support that has come from the government and from all those emergency services. Like right now, the FEMS team that we have on the ground is enabling me to have that accurate information, so then I can liaise with my mayor and decide what is going to be best for our community, hopefully this afternoon.
Are there any ongoing concerns about water, power, infrastructure, any messages to members of the community around that?
Our roading infrastructure, always fragile. Yeah, always fragile. That roading network, super important. We will get cut off again. It's only a matter of time of when.
And water and power?
Water and power, we are constantly monitoring. At the moment, we are producing water, and as long as we keep State Highway 2 open from the north and the south, then I am okay that supplies can come in if we need it.
Was there any injuries?
No injuries.
And for moderate, I think it was over 100 moderately damaged homes.
116 was the last call that I got.
Is that water in the homes, or
Yes.
that means water has got
Yes.
into those homes?
Yes.
Possible yellow, possible red stickers?
Yes.
The moderate can be up to $150,000 worth of damage. Over North Clyde, we're looking at $200,000 per home. So it'll vary from probably 20 to 50 to up to whatever. But that moderate can be up to here, you know, in some of those homes over there.
And that's an issue you had in Gabriel, wasn't it? So many uninsured homes of people that couldn't actually
Yeah, and there should be never any criticism on those people. It'd be nice if they could insure their homes, but they're not in a position to. And let's never forget these floods aren't their doing.
What emotional and mental health support is being provided? We're starting to see some of the emotional things that we see through today as people return. What is being done to support people as well?
Look, we need more, probably more, because we haven't been coping that well around the mental health and that in Wairoa. So yeah, that's a really good question. So no doubt the minister will take that back. And, yeah.
I can add to that too.
Yep.
So our local social services, they're in place now and they are supporting the whānau who have been impacted. A lot of those whānau were returning to their homes for the first time this morning. Very delicate situation that needed to be handled with care. So our local NGOs, hats off to them, but their staff are tiring. So we are bringing in surge support to assist with volunteer coordination and other welfare support to assist those social services with the care that's required for those getting back into their homes and how we transition to that. So recovery is going to be a big piece in this. Also noting, we're still recovering from Gabrielle. We still have impacted properties who are impacted whānau who are not back in their homes from Gabrielle. So this is a long game. And we just keep this weather, I don't know how many times we've had a rain event since Gabrielle, just keeps going.
You guys all right? Thanks very much. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out.